Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyo ashnami prayatatmanah. This is from 9th chapter, shloka 26. Very, very beautiful shloka, very simple shloka, but very, very profound shloka, which signifies or which talks about pure devotional service. In general, when it comes to Vedic scriptures, to worship Devi Devata, as it is mentioned, huge procedures are mentioned. And if you don't complete those procedures, then the worship is not completely done. It's not complete. But then, sometimes this question can come that if worshipping Devi Devata is so difficult, then maybe worshipping the Supreme Lord will be even more difficult. And to make us understand this particular aspect, Krishna speaks this verse. And he makes it very clear that it's not difficult to worship me. It's not difficult to please me. Anyone and everyone can please me. In fact, one thing is there, that when we analyze our own qualification to do bhakti, we see that it's very difficult. We hardly have any qualification. Hardly have any qualification. Therefore, very beautifully it is sung. Yogyata vichare kichu nahi pai tumhara karuna sar. Oh Gurudev, oh Lord, if you search any yogyata in me, if you search any qualification in me, you will not find anything. But the only yogyata, the only qualification that I've got is your mercy, O Lord. Your mercy is my only qualification. Tumhara karuna sar. And Lord is personally asking various things from us. If we do that, Lord is ready to shower His mercy onto us. He's trying His best. He's trying His best to tell us, you do this, come and do this simple thing. I'll get an opportunity to shower mercy onto you. And this is one such shloka which talks about how to receive mercy of Krishna. So Krishna is saying, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam. Patram means Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, water. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yome Bhakta Prayachati. Whoever offers with bhakti, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yome Bhaktya Prayachati. Whoever offers with bhakti, Tad Aham, what will I do? Bhakti Uparitam. I'll accept that offering done with bhakti, with love and devotion. I'll accept that. Ashnami. And last word he says, Prayatatmanaha, with pure consciousness. So anyone with pure consciousness, he offers anything to me. Anything means these four things. With bhakti. I'll accept that offering which is offered with bhakti. Look at the shloka. 2 times Krishna is using the word bhakti. In fact, I can say 3 times also. 2 times the word bhakti and 3rd time is prayatatmanaha. One who is in the mood of bhakti. One who is in the mood of pure consciousness. So we can see that Krishna is so much emphasizing on bhakti. And he especially talks about Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam. So let's try to discuss about these 4. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam. And let's try to understand a bit deeper through some pastimes of Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrit. Please repeat everyone the importance of offering Patram. Which is the famous Patra that we offer? Tulasi Patra. And here is a shloka which talks about, please repeat. Tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulakena va vikrinite swamatmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsalaha. Who is Bhaktavatsal? Krishna. Bhaktavatsal Śrī Kṛṣṇa. That is his name, Bhaktavatsal. So here Krishna himself is saying that tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulakenava. Anyone who offers tulasi and a little water, what happens? Vikrinite swam atmanam. Krishna sells himself to that devotee. Whoever offers tulasi and little water to Krishna, Krishna sells himself to that devotee who is very affectionate towards his devotee. So one thing is there, bhaktebhyo bhakta vatsalah. Krishna is very, very affectionate towards his devotees. And just by offering this tulasi and little water, Krishna is ready to sell himself. Are you ready to purchase Krishna? He is ready to sell. Question is, are you ready to purchase Krishna? And we should be ready. So simple. Tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulakena va. So here we understand that Krishna makes it very clear that anyone who offers tulasi and a little water, that devotee purchases me by his bhakti. Again, the word bhakti is very important. Let's see in the history, in the past, in the Shastras, who are those devotees who purchased Krishna with tulasi leaf? Starting with Rukmini. In Dwarka, after the pastime when Krishna killed Narkasur, then he goes to Indra, he delivers the Kundala to Aditi, and then when he comes back after some time, Narada Muni comes to Dwarka. Now Narada Muni, when he comes to Dwarka, so at that time he's talking to Satyabhama and he's saying that you give me charity equivalent to Krishna's weight, or I'll take Krishna with me. Now who will give away Krishna? See, for us, we don't know much what is meant by association of Krishna. Just imagine those wives of Krishna who were serving Krishna day and night together. Just imagine their attachment to Krishna. They are so attached. And all the wives, starting with Satyabhama, they were ready to give anything and everything to save Krishna, to keep Krishna with them. So Tulabhar started. You all know Tulabhar? Tulabhar comes from this pastime. So there was a weighing scale that was put. Huge weighing scale. Krishna sat on one side. As soon as he sat, the weighing scale on that side went down. And this went up. And now all the queens who were there, starting with Satyabhama, they started putting gold coins in that. They started removing their earrings and necklace and all the armlets and bangles and everything of gold. Not the imitation or whatever. Real gold. They were putting that. And when they were putting that, still that's not budging an inch. That's not going down. Krishna is down only and this up. Other queens came. They started putting everything. Nothing is happening. So at that time, Rukmini Devi, she comes with a lot of love and devotion. She gets one tulasi leaf and with lot of love and devotion, with intense prayer, she places the tulasi leaf on that weighing scale on one side. And as soon as she places the tulasi leaf on that side, immediately the weighing scale comes down and this goes up and both becomes equal. And everyone there, just imagine the scene. Everyone there might be loudly shouting and chanting, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Can you imagine one tulasi leaf and Rukmini? No, she captured Krishna. She captured Krishna. Coming to Gaur Leela, we have a personality called Advaita Acharya. Now Advaita Acharya, a great scholar. We celebrated his appearance day recently. A great scholar. In Sanskrit, he used to teach Vyakaran, grammar, Sanskrit grammar. But then he was not satisfied looking at people around. They were all materialists. No one was ready to do bhakti. So he was not satisfied. Then he decided that we cannot do anything. The Supreme Lord has to come himself. And when he comes, he can do the needful. And Advaita Acharya started his worship. And what was that worship all about? He had a Narasimha Shaligram with him. He was offering water to Narasimha Shaligram. He was offering tulasi to Narasimha Shaligram. Every day, intensely, he was offering prayers. Every day. And guess what? In Chaitanya Charitamrit, it is given one of the important reasons for Lord Chaitanya to descend to this material world is the intense call of intense call of Advaita Acharya offering tulasi leaf and Ganga Jal to Shaligram Shilas. Can you imagine? By offering tulasi leaf, Advaita Acharya pulled the Supreme Personality of Godhead onto this planet. And by his mercy, by Advaita Acharya's mercy, Lord Chaitanya came, and today, by his mercy, by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, we are chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. See, in both the cases, one common thing that we find is bhakti. With love and devotion, tulasi was offered by Rukmini, and she captured Krishna. With love and devotion, Advaita Acharya was offering tulasi, and he pulled down the Supreme Personality of Godhead onto this planet to incarnate in the age of Kali as Lord Chaitanya. And Gaurila itself, we have another personality. His name is Raghunath Das Goswami. Now, Raghunath Das Goswami, a very, very great devotee. His devotion was so great that Lord Chaitanya was very pleased with him. Lord Chaitanya was given one Govardhan Shila by one devotee. And for 3 years, Lord Chaitanya worshipped that Govardhan Shila. He would sometimes keep that Govardhan Shila on his eyes, sometimes on the head, sometimes to the heart. And you know how Lord Chaitanya would do Abhishek of Govardhan Shila? Not with water, with his own tears. Because as soon as he'll pick up Govardhan Shila, he'll remember Krishna. And when he would remember Krishna, tears would start flowing from his eyes, and that would bathe the Govardhan Shila. Now you can imagine how much attachment Lord Chaitanya had towards that Govardhan Shila. But when Lord Chaitanya was pleased with the devotion of Raghunath Das Goswami, he gave a gift to Raghunath Das Goswami. And that gift was none other than this Govardhan Shila that he was worshipping from 3 years. He gave it to Raghunath Das Goswami as a gift. And when he gave it to Raghunath Das Goswami, at that time Lord instructed Raghunath Das Goswami how to worship the Govardhan Shila. And he said, "O Raghunath, every day offer tulasi to Govardhan, offer water to Govardhan." And he said, just by offering tulasi and water to Govardhan, I must tell you that Govardhan will be much more pleased than receiving Shodashata Upchara. Shodashata Upchara means 16 items are offered in service of the Lord. So here Lord Chaitanya is stamping and saying, offering tulasi and water to Govardhan will be much more pleasing than offering Shodashata Upchara. This is the glory of offering tulasi. This is the glory of offering water. It is so very wonderful that just by offering tulasi, a devotee can purchase Krishna by pleasing him. Therefore, every day we sing this bhajan, this arti in ISKCON. Namo namaha tulasi Krishna prayasi namo namaha. O tulasi, you are so dear to Krishna. And in fact, it is described that without tulasi, Krishna does not accept any offering. Nothing is accepted. Any offering it might be it water, be it any eatables, be it fruits, anything. Tulasi has to be placed on that, and then that has to be offered to Krishna. Then Krishna accepts. Without tulasi, Krishna doesn't accept anything. A very, very important thing. While cooking, we might do a lot of mistakes, a lot of offenses. We might be doing all that. But when we place tulasi on that, maybe our devotion is not that great, but Tulasi Maharaj's devotion is very, very high. Therefore we say, Vrindayai Tulasi Devyai Priyayai Keshavasya cha. So who is Tulasi? She is very, very dear to Krishna. And therefore when we place tulasi on that, you know what happens? Krishna accepts the bhoga offering because we don't have much bhakti, but tulasi is very, very dear to Krishna. She is completely filled and surcharged and saturated with bhakti. So when you place tulasi on the foodstuff, Krishna says, oh, okay, my devotee tulasi is there. Okay, I'll accept the bhoga. So in this way, offering tulasi is so very wonderful, so very great. Therefore it is described that anyone who offers tulasi to Krishna, Krishna is ready to give entire Vaikuntha in exchange to that one tulasi leaf. After hearing all this, who would not like to offer tulasi? Therefore, offering tulasi every day with love and devotion is very, very important. This is the first thing, Patram. We'll take the last one, Toyam. Now, Toyam means water. And we saw 2 examples already. Which are the 2 examples that we saw who are offering water and tulasi? Advaita Acharya was offering water to Narasimha Shaligram, and Raghunath Das Goswami was offering water and tulasi. There is one person who offered water and Lord made him Indra. His name is Kaushik. So this Kaushik, he offered a little water to the Lord. And when this water was offered to the Lord, at that time, Lord was so pleased with that little water that Lord made him Indra. He gave him the entire heavenly planet. Can you imagine? And you know who is telling this? Bali Maharaj is telling this. So when Vaman Dev came to Bali Maharaj, and Vaman Dev is asking, give me 3 steps of land. So at that time, Bali Maharaj is offering prayers and he is saying that, oh Lord, you are the same person who gave the entire Indraloka to Kaushik, who just offered you little water. And guess what? Our Bali Maharaj, he also offered water to Vaman Dev. Like Bali Maharaj had taken a vow that I'll fulfill whatever you want, whatever alms you're asking. Vaman Dev said, I want 3 steps of land. At that time, Bali Maharaj, this is the way to give charity. So first water is given in the hands of the person whom we are giving charity. So Bali Maharaj gave water, saying, confirm, I'll give this charity to you. That is 3 steps of land. And the rest of the pastime we know. This small boy, he became huge. And he covered the entire planetary systems. And after that, when entire planetary system was captured by 2 foot, then Vaman Dev is asking, where should I keep my 3rd foot? Where should I keep my 3rd foot? You said you will give me 3 feet of land. Where will I keep now this one? And Bali Maharaj said, keep it on my head. And in front of everyone, Vaman Dev places his lotus foot on the head of Bali Maharaj, and all the devotees, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, and all devotees are happy. And after that, externally seeming what happened, Vaman Dev took away everything from Bali Maharaj. But you know what after that? Bali Maharaj was given Sutal Lok, which is much more opulent than Indra Lok. That Loka was given. And who became the doorkeeper there? Vaman Dev became the doorkeeper of that place to take care of Bali Maharaj. This is the glory of offering little water to the Lord. He offered little water, and then he is the example of Atma Nivedan. So in this way, Patram and Toyam, we saw that anyone who offers a little water, little tulasi leaf to the Lord accepts that devotee and that offering that is made. Okay, next one. Patram, next is Pushpam. We'll come to Phalam also. Looks like devotees are hungry. Yes, Pushpam. There's a nice pastime of a personality called Sudama. Now this Sudama is not that Sudama which you're thinking about. I'm talking about a Sudama in Mathura. And this Sudama was a florist. He used to make garlands. So when Krishna entered Mathura, because Kamsa had called him, Akrura went to Vrindavan and he got Krishna, so they entered Mathura. When they entered Mathura, many things they did. And after that they entered the house of Sudama, this florist. And Sudama was already a great devotee. And this florist Sudama, he was so happy to receive Krishna and Balram home. Who will not be happy to receive Krishna and Balram home? Who will not be happy to receive the Lordships home? And he was very, very happy. And when the Lordships came, he started asking, how should I serve you? How can I serve you? Please tell me, how can I serve you? Our dear Srila Prabhupada, he says that I didn't ask any question to my spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I only asked one question to my spiritual master, and that question was, how can I serve you? This is the mood of a devotee. He's always in that mood. And he asks, how can I serve you? And here this florist Sudama is asking Krishna, oh Lord, how can I serve you? And then the lordships didn't speak much, but he understood that if I offer them nice flower garlands, they'll be pleased. You know what Sudama did? He had beautiful flower garlands made up of fresh flowers. He took those garlands and placed it around the neck of Krishna and Balram. How fortunate, how fortunate. With a lot of love and devotion, he placed beautiful garlands around their neck. And Krishna and Balram were very pleased, very, very pleased. And they asked, Krishna and Balram are asking florist Sudama, tell me, what do you want? Whatever you ask, we will give you. If we would have been there in his place, we would have got a huge list. Yes, we would have told, this is not there, that is not there, give me this, give me that. But you know what Sudama said? Sudama said that, oh Lord, please remember this, very, very important. 3 things he asked. First thing he said was, oh Lord, please give me unflinching devotion at your lotus feet. This is the prayer that we see many pure devotees offer. They ask the Lord that, oh Lord, give me an unflinching faith and devotion at your lotus feet. I don't want to stop practicing bhakti. I don't want to have any interruption in my bhakti. First thing. Second thing he asked was that, please give me association of your devotees. This you will see a common trait between all the pure devotees. Because without association, what are we? We are nothing. Only by the association of the Lord, association of the devotees, we have some existence. Just think about this. You all are part of ISKCON. In your life, you keep everything. You keep your house, you keep your possessions, your car, your office, everything you keep intact. Just remove devotees from your life. Just remove devotees. Tell me what remains. What remains when you remove devotees from your life? Actually, to be frank, nothing remains. It's only devotees. It's only devotees who actually keep us in bhakti. It's only by the mercy of devotees we are able to practice bhakti every single day. Otherwise, what we can do? It's only by the mercy of devotees. If someday we end up in Goloka Vrindavan, and if Krishna asks you, how did you come to Goloka Vrindavan? And when you look back, you will see huge number of devotees. Everyone praying for us. It's only by their mercy. So he asked that, please give me association of your devotees. And the third thing that he asked was, I want to have friendship with all the living entities in this world. Basically, he said, I don't want to be envious of anyone. I want to be friend of everyone. It's a natural thing in this material world to be envious of people around. If someone is much better than us, we're envious. How to pull this person down? This is a thought process that goes on. And look at Sudama's prayer. And very nicely it is described by Shukadeva Goswami. He is saying that Lord fulfilled these 3. He gave these 3 benedictions, the 3 desires were fulfilled. And along with that, Lord gave him a lot of wealth. Lord gave him a lot of opulence. And Lord gave him the heavenly planets also. Can you imagine? Just by offering a garland to the Lord, this happened. Now you might say, Prabhuji, to garland offer kiye, but here is only one pushpa. I have an example of one pushpa also. In Gaur Leela, a very great devotee, his name is Gowridas Pandit. So Gowridas Pandit, he is such a great devotee. He is such a great devotee that to his own house, Shri Gaur Nitai, Krishna Balram in the age of Kali, they themselves walked to his place. And Gowridas Pandit was very happy. He served both of them. And then after serving both of them, Gauranga and Nityananda received the service and they said, okay, so now we are going back. And Gowridas said, no, you cannot go back. You have to stay. You have to stay. Who will leave? If Krishna comes home, who would like to leave that? Who would like to leave Krishna? So at that time, Gowridas said, no, you have to stay. So at that time, Gauranga and Nityananda, they said, okay, we'll make our own replicas. So Gaur Nitai, they turned into deities. And they said, okay, you worship them. So at that time, Gowridas said, no, all four of you stay. So you have Gauranga Nityananda and you have deities of Gauranga and Nityananda. He's like, no, all four of you stay. Yes. So once the deities started leaving, they said, okay, at least allow us to go. We have to do other services also. Like, no, you stay back. Then original Gaur Nitai, they were leaving. No, you also stay back. And like that, Gowridas wanted to retain all of them. But one set left. Now it's a question, who left? Gaur Nitai left or Gaur Nitai deities left? It's a question. But anyways, we are fortunate. Those deities are still there in Ambika Kalna. And you know what they do? Every now and then they close the altar and open the altar. Close the altar, open the altar. You know why? Because the deities are so reciprocal. They reciprocate in such wonderful way that the pujaris are scared that if any devotee prays to the deities, oh Lord, come with me to Bangalore, they might leave Ambika Kalna and they might walk to Bangalore to your place. So maybe you can try next time when you go to Ambika Kalna. Yes. So anyways, coming to the pastime, one day Gowridas Pandit got up and suddenly he had a desire. He had a desire that I want to decorate my lordships, Sri Gauranga and Nityananda, with precious jewels, diamonds and rubies and sapphires and other precious gems. But he didn't have anything. When he got up, he didn't have anything. He was a poor person, a poor devotee. But guess what? When he opened the altar, so at that time, he saw the beautiful darshan where Gauranga and Nityananda, from the head till the toe, they were decorated with all the precious gems and metals. He got that wonderful darshan. And after getting that darshan, quickly that darshan was removed. Gaur Nitai were back in their original simple form. And at that time, the deities spoke to Gowridas and they said that if you can offer one flower with love and devotion, that is much more precious and priceless as compared to all the gems and rubies and emeralds and all the precious metals. One flower with devotion is much more precious than all this. Such a wonderful pastime. Lord himself is telling in Bhagavad-gita, he said, and again in Gaur Lila is making a statement, offer a flower with love and devotion, I'll accept. You want to hear one more Pushpa pastime? So we have this very wonderful pastime. This is in Raghunath, in this place, Rangasthala. There was a great devotee, his name was Vishnuchittar. And Vishnuchittar had a daughter and her name was Godai. What was her name? Godai. Yes. Father's name? Vishnuchittar. Now pronunciation might be here and there. At some places it is Vishnuchittar. Yes. This is Godai. Yes. So this Vishnuchittar, he had the service of making garlands. And that he would offer it to Raghunath. Raghunath only, no? He would offer it to Raghunath. Now this is so wonderful to note that every day he would make beautiful garlands and he would offer it to Raghunath. But every day one phenomena would be happening. Garland would be made and he would be keeping garland at one place. And his daughter, Godai, whose name later became Andal, she would take that garland and she would wear the garland and stand in front of the mirror and she would keep looking. At how am I looking? Yes. She would keep looking at her own beauty after wearing the garland. And after some time, she'll remove the garland and keep it. His father will come because the garland has to be taken to the temple. So she'll keep it back. Can you imagine every day this was happening? Vishnuchittar was making the garland and Andal, who was also called as Godai, she would wear the garland, stand in front of the mirror and keep looking in the mirror. And looking in the mirror, and when she was satisfied after looking in the mirror, then she will remove the garland and keep it. And that garland, Vishnuchittar would take and offer it to the Lord. Now this was going on for many days. One day, Vishnuchittar, he found a strand of hair in the garland. Now, you need not be a CID officer with a magnifying glass to see whose hair this is. Kahan se aaya? Where is it coming from? In their house, he was there, his daughter was there, it's long hair. He understood that this is Godai's hair. And one day, he waited to see what's happening. And Godai, she wear the garland around and she's looking around. And at that time, Vishnuchittar caught her. And then, what are you doing? This is what I've been doing every day. That day when she was caught red-handed, that day Vishnuchittar, he didn't offer that garland which she wore. He made a new garland and he offered it to the Lord. And that night, Lord came in the dream of Vishnuchittar and he said, that why you discarded that garland? I don't want your new garland. I want that garland. And then Vishnuchittar is saying, no, but she wore that garland. How can I offer that garland to you? And Lord is saying, when she wears that garland, the aroma of her body mixes with that garland, and that garland is what I want. My God. And next day when Vishnuchittar got up, he was crying piteously. How great my daughter is! That she has got so much of love for the Lord, that Lord is ready to accept that garland which she wears and she is offering. Normally you see, we offer garland to the Lord and then offer it to the devotee as prasadi mala. But here Lord is wearing prasadi mala of his own devotee. This is the power of love. This is the power of love that we see. That just by offering flower with love and devotion, Lord accepts. Bhaktya word is very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. Patram, Toyam, Pushpam. Last one. Phalam. We have so many examples of phalam. I am sure the first example that all of us will remember from Krishna Leela is the fruit vendor who came to Vrindavan, Gokul Mahavan. She was carrying fruits. Phal le lo, phal le lo, phal le lo. And that day, Mother Yashoda was not there at home. And Krishna remembered, oh, here is a barter system. So only if I give grain, she'll give me fruits. Again, long pastime cut short. I spoke this pastime for I think 1 hour or something. The long pastime cut short. Krishna took some grains. He started running with full enthusiasm. But guess what? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Satchidananda Vigraha, who is all knowledgeable, who is all knowing, was holding grains like this. And all the grains were falling. And few grains remained in the hand, and with full confidence, Lord placed his hand in front of the fruit vendor. Take and give me. But now one thing is very nice. That fruit vendor had so much of love and devotion towards the Lord. She was so enamored by the beauty of the Lord that she was not thinking how many grains are there. Few grains in the hand. She started placing whatever fruit she had in the basket, she started placing in the hands of Krishna. More than placing the fruit, she was placing the love and devotion in the hands of Krishna. And Krishna was so pleased. Krishna accepted all those fruits. And Krishna went inside. And this fruit vendor, she looked into the basket. And guess what? The basket was filled with all the precious jewels and the metals and the ornaments. This is the reciprocation of the Lord. When anyone offers with love and devotion anything to Krishna, especially Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Krishna accepts. And how he reciprocates, what he'll give in return, is something that which we cannot comprehend also. We cannot comprehend. Another pastime, regarding phalam. From Ram Leela, who offered phala? My God. This lady Shabari is so very famous. As soon as anyone talks about Shabari, you'll remember the fruit. You remember the fruit, you'll remember Shabari. Anytime anyone talks about fruit, Shabari, Ramayana, no, you can connect all three of them. Shabari was waiting for a long, long time because her guru had told, Matanga Rishi had told that Lord Ram will come here. Every single day she was getting ready. Every single day, here is a point to remember. Every single day, she was getting the berries. and she was keeping it ready for the Lord. For years together, Lord Ram didn't come. But one fine day, Lord Ram comes there, and guess what? Shabari, with all love and devotion, she is offering fruits to Lord Ram. And the way she offered fruits to Lord Ram was very special. How was she offering? She was eating and then she was offering. Yes. So she was like, first I will eat and then Lord will eat. That was the mood? Checking the taste. Okay. Checking the taste and giving the one which is bitter to the Lord and keeping sweet ones for herself. No? What was she doing?
When Lord Ram wants to eat, when the Lord is eating, he should have the best fruit.
He should have the best fruit. The sweetest fruit should be offered to Lord Ram. So she was taking that, she was tasting it and then she was giving it to Lord Ram. And Lord Ram is eating that. And Lakshman is looking. What is this? The same Supreme Personality of Godhead who accepts bhoga offering with so many rules and regulations. Now we offered bhoga with so many rules and regulations. You shouldn't taste the food, and everything should be placed in a nice vessel with tulasi leaf on it, etc., etc. Here Shabari, no tulasi, nothing. She is eating, she is giving, and Lord Ram is eating. And Lakshman is angry. In fact, at one place I heard she gave it to Lakshman also, and Lakshman said, no, I will not take it. I don't know how much true this is, but it is hilarious. And Lord Ram accepted. So it's so wonderful to see that how Krishna accepts the fruit that is offered with love and devotion to the Lord. See, offering fruit is still okay. But when Krishna went to the house of Duryodhana offered 56 bhog to Krishna. And Krishna didn't accept anything. He said, bhog nahi hai. I'm not hungry. He left. He didn't take even one grain. This is the description that comes. And from there he goes to the house of Vidura. Vidura was not there at home. Vidhurani is there at home. And when Krishna goes there, Krishna is like, I'm hungry, can you give me something? Same person who was not hungry became suddenly hungry. And Vidhurani was so attracted by the beauty of Krishna that she was giving the banana to Krishna and Krishna was eating. So at that time, Vidura enters the house and he sees the scene where Vidhurani is feeding banana to Krishna, and Vidura got really angry. He was very angry to see that how Vidhurani was feeding banana to Krishna. She was peeling the banana, throwing the fruit, giving the peel. And Krishna was eating the peel. And he was saying, oh, so nice. Such a tasty peel this is. Such a tasty offering this is. There, Duryodhana was offering 56 bhog and Krishna is not accepting. And here, just the peel is offered and Krishna is accepting. You see the difference. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. Quality of what? Quality of bhakti. So in this way, we see that how Krishna, he accepts patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, when it is offered with love and devotion. He accepts. In fact, another very nice thing that I heard. See, there is a word called ashnami in this verse. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, yome bhaktya prayachati. If my devotees offer me with love and devotion, patra, pushpa, phala or toya. At that time, Krishna is saying, patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, yome bhaktya prayachati, tadaham. Thereafter I, ashnami, I accept. So ashnami has got one meaning that is called as eating. Ashnami means to eat. Now, how will you eat flour? So here there is a point that is made. How will the Lord eat flour? We eat flour or we smell flour? So basically that goes on to say that Krishna relishes the fragrance of the devotion of the devotee when he offers some item to Krishna. This is one understanding, ashnami. So here eats basically means, or accepts basically means Krishna relishes that. Second thing is, Baldev Vidyabhushan, one of our Acharya, he writes, he says that Krishna is saying, I'll eat whatever you offer. Even if it is not edible, still I'll eat because you have offered with love and devotion and I'm hungry for love and devotion. Can you imagine that? Even if it's not edible, I'll accept. So now and all the devotees can plan. Let's offer all non-edible items to Krishna and check if Krishna accepts. So here basically Krishna is trying to tell, I become hungry for the devotion of the devotee. I have another question to you all. So many people are offering so many things to Krishna to eat. So if we have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra here. In Jagannath Puri, multiple times Chappan Bhog is offered to Jagannath. And Krishna, here Jagannath is eating there. So when we have offered Bhoga here, will Jagannath accept? What's the answer?
Yes.
At my home, when I used to offer Bhoga to the Lord, so at that time one of my relatives would tell me, see, Lord is there everywhere, in all the temples. He has eaten already. He is full. Why are you offering here? Right logic, no? What is wrong in this? Anything wrong? So many temples, Lord is present in all the temples, Bhoga offering is going on, Lord is accepting, he'll be full. He'll be full. So no need to offer.
There are many forms of.
That's okay, all the forms it is offered. This is called as Kam Chori. I don't want to do seva, so I'll give some reason. But you know what? As soon as a devotee decides that I want to offer something to Krishna, it is said, Lord becomes hungry. See, when it comes to us, when we become hungry, we eat. But here, when the devotee decides, today I'll offer nice rasgullas to the Lord, nice pongal to the Lord, when he decides, at that time only hunger starts in Lord's stomach. And when the preparation is done, Lord is very hungry. And when you offer, Lord accepts. This is the hunger of the Lord. He is hungry for the devotion of the devotee. Very, very important. Very, very important. So here is clear that what actually Lord accepts. In Krishna Lila again, the famous Sudama, when he comes to Dwarka, he gets chipped rice. Sukha chipped rice, sukha poha. And when he goes there, so at that time, Krishna and Rukmini, they receive him and they put an entire dining table full of wonderful varieties of foodstuffs. And Sudama, he keeps that potli in which the poha was there, the chipped rice was there hidden. He was not removing. How will someone remove? His clothes were torn. He had this very insignificant gift for Krishna. And that too, this poha that was there was got begging from different houses. It was not one quality poha. It was from different houses it was got. And when it was got, it was there in a potli, in a cloth, and that cloth was also very, very sensitive. Anytime it can tear off. And he's keeping that with himself. Now in that entire palatial building, in front of so many wonderful items, how will he remove that and give it to Krishna? But Krishna had a question. Oh Sudama, you didn't get anything for me? Krishna is there in each and everyone's heart. He's such an actor, I tell you. He knows everything. And then he is asking, you didn't get anything for me? My bhabi didn't give anything to gift me? And at that time, Sudama became even more conscious. And he started hiding that. And Krishna is asking, what are you hiding? What are you hiding? As if he does not know what he's hiding. And then he goes and forcefully takes that. And then, that cloth tears off. And the chipped rice is seen. And Krishna takes that and eats it. And it's dry. And Krishna is eating that and he's like, so wonderful this is. Just imagine his wives have cooked such wonderful items. All of them are standing and saying, this is so wonderful. I have not eaten anything like this before. Just imagine what would be the reaction of the wife standing there. Please don't try this at home. Especially in front of your wives. Can you imagine that? Again, he took another morsel and again he started eating. And third one when he took, at that time Rukmini said, enough. It's not suitable for you. What was Krishna tasting in that dry poha? Okay, chalo, poha is still understood, edible. We have another example, again from Gaur Leela. Again Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami, Such a great renunciant, I tell you. Such a great renunciant. He would stand outside the Jagannath temple in Jagannath Puri and he would be begging. And after some time he decided, oh, this begging is like prostitute mentality. Because whoever is coming outside the temple, I'm thinking maybe this person will give me something. Maybe that person will give me something. Maybe this person will give me this much, that much. Oh, this prostitute mentality. I don't want to stand here. He left that and then he started going to prasad stall, free prasadam distribution stall. And there he was getting prasad. After some time he decided, oh, this is also too much. You know, after that what he did? When this prasadam sellers who will sell prasadam, if you have gone to Jagannath Puri, you will see that there is Anand Bazaar. And a lot of people will be selling prasadam for a very less amount. So they'll be selling prasad, fresh prasad. And sometimes they'll sell it for 2-3 days also if it is good. But after 2-3 days, the rice will start smelling. But obvious, no? Then they'll throw it at one place for cows to eat. Now cows will also eat and after a few days even cows will not eat. He's rotten. So now our Raghunath Das Goswami would go to that place. And he will see the rotten rice is lying there. No one is there. This is middle of the night. He'll go and take that rotten rice. He'll get home and then he'll wash it thoroughly with a lot of water. And solid part of the rice that is there inside, that he will eat. This is called as renunciation. You can try this at your home, if you wish. My God, very difficult to imagine also. Very difficult. And this news went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sarup Damodar told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that this is what Raghunath is doing. Even before that, this devotee called Sarup Damodar, who was the guide of Raghunath Das Goswami, he got to know that Raghunath is doing this. You know what happened? He went to the house of Raghunath and he's saying, I heard that you're eating some nice feast. And I was just thinking, what would Raghunath be thinking? Feast? What did you hear and where did you hear from? And then Sarup Damodar saw that it was kept in some pot. He went there and he took a morsel of it and he ate. And he said, oh, this is so tasty. And this news went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately came running. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya. He came running to the house of Raghunath. And he is also asking Raghunath, Raghunath, I heard you're eating some very nice, delicious food stuff. What is that? And Raghunath is not interested to give that to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Lord. How can we give the rotten food to him? So at that time, forcefully, like he did to Sudama, same thing he did to Raghunath Das Goswami. Forcefully he took a morsel of it and he put it in his mouth. And like, my God, it is so wonderful, it is so tasty, so sumptuous. And again he went to take another morsel and Swarup Damodar stopped him. He said, no, this is not fit for you. You don't take. Now here comes the question. This is actually Praman. What is actually Lord accepting? Here Lord is not accepting the chipped rice and the rotten rice. He is accepting the bhakti of the bhakta in that offering. Very, very important. Therefore it is described, Krishna is interested in the devotion of the devotee and not actually the item that he is offering. So today we have heard this. So all of us can offer chipped rice, dry chipped rice, rotten rice. Or just offer one tulasi leaf to Krishna. Or one dried fruit which may be there. Not dry fruit, dried fruit. Some dried apple or something, Any फेंकना है उसके पहले भगवान को offer कर देते हैं. No. Here it is, what is the essence of this is, we have to give our 100% when we are serving the Lord. That's the point. Say I am a wealthy person. I should offer chappan bhog. I should offer in golden plates. And say I am a very poor person. No problem. Offer in pattal. In leaf. Krishna will accept whatever offering is given to him. Even a small fruit is enough to please him. A small flower is enough to please him. What Krishna expects is, we offer that with love and devotion according to our capacity. Very, very important. Therefore, offering according to our capacity is very important. Therefore, I always, whenever altar installation is done, I'll tell them, according to your capacity, get the bhoga plates, bhoga glass. Make the altar according to your capacity. Make biggest of the biggest altar according to your capacity. Because big is a subjective word. Big can be big or big or big. Depends on the devotee. Anything that is up to our capacity. The bhoga plate, glass and other things can be made of silver or gold, or it can be of steel or brass also, depending on the capacity. And the bhoga items that we offer can be one item, can be 2, can be 10, can be 25, can be 56, or can be 108 also, depending on the devotee's capacity. Everything depends on the devotee's capacity, but that has to be offered with love. Very, very important. One last thing I would like to mention before I wrap up. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. So Krishna is saying anyone who offers patram pushpam phalam toyam with bhakti, he says, tadham bhakti uparitam. That upahar, that gift with devotion, when it is offered to me, I accept ashnami. So we understood about how Krishna accepts. He accepts the bhakti, he relishes the offering, he eats, he is ready to eat what is not edible. And when the devotee decides that I will offer this and this, Krishna becomes hungry. We heard all this. But then he says, ashnami, and the last word he says, prayatatmanaha. Prayatatmanaha means, Prabhupada translates prayatatmanaha as one in pure consciousness. Means anyone who offers with bhakti, but this bhakti is pure bhakti, pure devotional service in pure consciousness. For your information, when we are offering something to Krishna, say we are offering kheer to Krishna. At this point of time, in this consciousness, when we offer kheer to Krishna, you know how the kheer is? The kheer is made up of condensed milk. And you have put, say, some rice in that, or say, sevaya you have put. And then, you have put nice dry fruits made up of ghee. And you have garnished very nicely with, say, some fruits or some essence or whatever. And before offering it to the Lord consciously, you get some sand and put it on that as topping. And then put tulsi leaf and offer it to the Lord. That is what is our current offering. You know what is that sand that I spoke about? That's our dirty consciousness. And can you imagine when we offer sweet to Krishna with sand particles, what Krishna does? I'm sure all of you have this experience when you're eating and say there is a stone. What happens suddenly? How do you feel? You feel good? Something crispy came in between. We feel very awkward. What is this? We feel very disgusted with that stone that comes in between. Can you imagine so many stones we add, so many sand particles we add and we're offering it to Krishna? You know what Krishna does? From that, he takes only sweet rice and he eats. He takes kheer and he eats. But tell me now, I give you sweet and I tell you, Prabhu, there are a lot of stones in this. Please remove the stones and then eat kheer. You'll feel good. And say you're very hungry, you have no option. That's the only item that is offered. I don't know if that is the item that is offered today to you all. Let's say, it's offered like that. So when you have to remove the stones and take the kheer, it's so disgusting, isn't it? I say, Prabhuji, phir se mat bulaiye aap ghar pe. But can you imagine, Krishna is doing this every day when we are giving our offering to him. Whatever bhoga offering you give, sand particles are there on that. You know what Krishna doing? Krishna is removing all that and just taking the edible part that is there. Therefore, one very, very important point is here that a devotee should try his best to purify his consciousness. Because finally, as devotees, our job is to give pleasure to Krishna. And if we cannot give pleasure to Krishna, then what is the use of this title devotee? Because devotee's JD is this, devotee's job description is this, to offer pleasure to Krishna. And if we are not able to offer pleasure to Krishna, what sort of devotees we are? Therefore, it's very important to purify consciousness. Very, very important. And therefore, it is said we have to strive to purify our consciousness. And guess what? We need not think and contemplate, abhi kaise purify kare, pata nahi, how to purify this consciousness. No need to think all this. Our acharyas have already told us how to purify consciousness. Srila Prabhupada has made it very clear. Every day, chant minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. First, avoid committing the 4 sinful activities of meat eating, illicit sex, gambling and intoxication. Prabhupada said, read my books, distribute my books. Prabhupada said, every day do regular deity worship. Prabhupada said, only accept prasad. Always stay in the association of devotees. Render service in the association of devotees. Bapre, so many instructions are there. And you know what? Just by following this, our consciousness will get purified. And when our consciousness is purified, at that time when you offer sweet rice, that sweet rice will not have any sand particles, will not have any stone. Then Krishna will be very pleased. Therefore, I always say this, that every devotee should have intense desire, I want to become a pure devotee of the Lord. And say someone asks you, why you want to become pure devotee? Prabhu, tell me why you want to become pure devotee? And the devotee says, because I want to give the actual pleasure to Krishna. Sometimes, when we go for house visits, so sometimes devotees offer various foodstuffs. And then they'll ask also, Prabhuji, how is it? How is it, bro? And now what will you tell them? Very nice. Very nice. Sometimes, salt might be more, sometimes salt might be less, but you can tell only one thing, very nice. Similarly, when you ask Krishna, Krishna, how is the bhoga offering? And Krishna like, very nice. Very nice. He'll say that. So now there is a difference when the person is actually satisfied, right? When you offer something and he's very satisfied and he says very nice, and when he has no option but he says very nice, there's a difference between the two very nice. Yes? The current offering of ours is the disgusted very nice, no option very nice, that is. Very nice. And when you offer in pure devotion, in pure consciousness, that is the actual very nice bhoga. Therefore, every single devotee should have this goal in life, that I want to become the pure devotee of the Lord because I want to give pleasure to the Lord so that He's completely satisfied with my service. As of now, our service is austerity for Krishna. But our service will be pleasure giving to Krishna when we become pure devotees. And guess what? When we become pure devotees of the Lord is very pleased. Along with that, our spiritual masters are very pleased. Our parampara is very pleased. Therefore, I always say every single devotee should have this goal in the mind that yes, I want to please Krishna. After understanding this, no one will ask question. Prabhuji, why you all say that don't taste the food? Shabari tasted. Where was Shabari? Where are we? What was her level of devotion? What is our level of devotion? Sometimes people say, see, these rules, regulations are not important. Bhav hona chahiye, bhav. तो आप सब लोग में भाव है? यस, भक्ति भाव होना चाहिए दिल में. ये सब क्या लगा रखे हैं आप लोग, रूल्स रेगुलेशंस और ये सब? भक्ति भाव होना चाहिए. And it seems I heard that there is a temple where chai is offered to the Lord in bhakti bhav. Cigarettes are offered to the Lord in bhakti bhav. Beer is offered to the Lord in bhakti bhav. Nice offerings, no? Nice offering with bhakti bhav. So therefore, ज़्यादा भक्ति भाव में घुसना नहीं चाहिए. We are still at a very low platform. We are not able to chant our rounds properly. Somehow we finish our round and throw the bead bag somewhere, and next day we will see, search, where is my bead bag? Yes. Somehow we are doing that. Somehow when we sit in the class also, it's not that, Prabhuji, another 2 hours you speak, Prabhuji, we want to hear. They'll keep looking at the watch. Prabhuji, ho gaya, time ho gaya. Prabhuji, prasad ka time ho gaya. Same for me also. For me also, yes. And sometimes when we read Prabhupada's books, and when we are reading and there's a long purport going to pages, like, इतना purport क्यों लिखा प्रभुपाद ने? मैं समझ गया, translation क्या है, मैं समझ गया प्रभुपाद क्या बोलना चाहते हैं. This is what is our current situation. Come on, we don't have any prema, we don't have any bhava towards the Lord. We are filled with anarthas. Maybe thoda sa hoga, but currently we are filled with anarthas. So at this state, in this condition, we have to follow rules and regulations given by the spiritual master. And when we follow that nicely, we'll become purified. When we become purified, guess what? We will reach that stage of bhava and prema. And in that stage, when we offer service to Krishna, trust me, that will be pleasure giving to Krishna. Krishna will be very pleased with that. Therefore, every devotee should have this higher grade. When will I become pure devotee of the Lord? When will I become pure devotee of the Lord? When will I be able to give pleasure to Krishna? And we should pray to Krishna also every day that, oh Lord, please purify me. I want to give you pleasure by my service. I don't want my service to be an austerity for you. Please help me, O Lord. Please purify me. With this mood, with this greed, when a devotee does his seva, does his sadhana, Krishna will purify the devotee, and in no time the devotee will come to the platform of pure devotional service. And when he offers service to the Lord, Krishna will accept that, because that is accepted with love and devotion. As soon as the devotee starts thinking that I want to cook this for Krishna, Krishna's hunger begins. Because he is eager, hungry for the devotion of the devotee. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, who taught us the science behind all this. If Prabhupada wouldn't have been there to teach us the science behind devotional service, trust me, we would have been in the category of offering cigarette and beer. Chalo, utna nahi to, whatever we want, food with onion, garlic. I heard that some people offer non-veg to the Lord. And they say that bhāv se offer kar rahe hum log. Ab ye to prasad hai, aap log bhi khaiye. All by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, that today we know the science of pure devotional service. The only thing that we have to do is implement in our day-to-day life and become a pure devotee. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad-gita ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.